Okay, now continue. Let's start the Anumodanā Dhamma talk for the rice offering or the TDBM friends. Now pay homage to the Buddha by Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So as you know, now we are giving one Dhamma talk, Anumodanā Dhamma talk, for the rice offering or TDBM plans. No? Just before Abhidhamma Desana in Tawadesa, what happening? You can see in the pictures. In front of Buddha, no? 3 deva are more obvious. No? So at that time many deva and Brahma. No? Deva and Brahma from 10,000 world systems gather around the Buddha to hear the teaching of the Abhidhamma. The Buddha sat on the throne of the Sakka in Tawadesa. There was no one among the Deva and Brahmas who surpassed the Buddha in appearance. When the most gracious and glorious Buddha sat on the throne of the Sakka. No? Buddha Mother, Sandusita Deva, descended from two-seater plate and sat respectfully in front and on the side close to Buddha. Indaka Deva, who arrived after Sandusita Deva, he was seated on the right side close to the seat of the Buddha, and Ankura Deva sat on the left side. So 3 Deva is obvious, no? Sandusita Deva, Mother Deva, and another is Indaka Deva, and other is Ankura Deva. No? The 3 Deva are more obvious, no? So you can see in the picture, no? In front of the Buddha. No? Okay. Ankura obliged or required to make room for the more powerful Deva and Brahma every time they arrived. So Ankura Deva required to make room for the more powerful Deva and Brahma every time they arrived. No? Until he was at a place 12 yojana away from the Buddha. Until he was at a place 12 yojana away from the Buddha, he required to make room for the more powerful Deva and Brahma. No? But Indaka Deva could retain his status. No? This is also different. No? Ankura Deva and Indaka Deva. No? So now I want to explain why the different Ankura and Indaka. They are past life parami. No? Who was Ankura Deva? After the Buddha Kaspa Sasana demise, in the period of no Buddha, he was the youngest of the 11 children of the royal family in the northern India. When he came of age, his elder brother made him the ruler of the town with the grant to receive revenue or tax of that town, but in turn he surrendered the town to the elder sister. He simply asked for the exemption from taxation on merchandise involved in his private free trading in the border. No? He simply asked for exemption from the taxation only, no? Because he wanted to do his private trading in the border. No? Once he was brought into the great difficulty through shortage of the provision during his journey across a desert. No? So one day he has a great difficulty during the traveling time. No? There was a guardian deity of the banyan tree who had the power to offer every necessary thing one could desire. No? How this deity offered to people? No? With only the just gesture of his right hand only. No? His right hand, right? He moving the right hand and finger right hand, right? Moving like everything can get. He was a grateful deity and he fulfilled the need of the plains and plains people by satisfying their needs by pointing with his right hand. No? Pointing right hand like that. Why this deity provide to the plains? There's a reason. In repayment of his debt of gratitude toward the plains in previous existence. No? The plains already have this deity in the previous existence, so he repayment of his debt to the gratitude toward the plains. No? So at the time, the plains, out of curiosity, the plains very interested now, and the plains asked him about his power. At the time, this deity, they were replied, I was a poor tailor living near the house of a rich man, Asesha. Once the rich man gave a great almsgiving to the needy, and I gladly assisted the poor who came my way by pointing my hand toward the direction of the charity pavilion of the rich man. So the rich man Asesha house, his house is very near. No? So this rich man Asesha giving the almsgiving. No? At the time, some poor person they came and they asking to him, where is Asesha house like that? At the time he is showing, pointing his hand toward the direction of the charity pavilion. No? Or this place like that. this is a volunteer labor like that, pointing the place like that. No need to use money, right? Only just labor, right? So he explained, continue. I am thus enjoying the fruit of my voluntary labor. No? Thus, all things necessary for human use, such as food, clothing, flow anonymously as desire from my right hand. No? Yeah, this is my right hand is like the factory, like everything can produce. So, in emulation of the guardian deity of the banyan tree, now the technique of the guardian deity of the banyan tree, Prince Inkura, he got that technique. No? So he, on arrival back to the country of the Dwaravati, he organized by himself the great almsgiving, donated alms to everyone in the whole of the Jambudvipa. No? So he donated alms to everyone in the whole of Jambudvipa. Jambudvipa meaning is the whole area like that, 10,000 yojana in eastern. No? So everyone no need to do the business. So such an act of charity bore an adverse effect on the decision. Nobody do the business at the time. The king cannot get the tax. No? So there's a bore and adverse effect, bad effect on the decision. Because king need the tax. No? If not getting tax at the time, problem. So it indeed paralyzed the system of the tax levine. His elder brother had to advise him to do charity with the extent of their proportion. So his elder brother advised him not to do like that, not to do the charity with the extent of their proportion. So he shipped to the city of the Dakshinapatha in Tamila country to resume his acts of charity along the stretch of land measuring 12 yojana. No? So he moved to the Dakshinapatha. No? So this area is by the side of the ocean. No? So in the stretch of land, Meshani Trayojana, he do his dana action. No? All along that stretch, he had a row of pots of the ants full resting on a tripod and almost touching one another. This tripod meaning is a cooking tripod. No? And then they use maybe firewood. No? So every tripod they use a firewood. This tripod, the cooking tripod, touching each other like that, along the 12 yojana. No? So he lived to be 10,000 years, not 1 year, not 2 years, no, 10,000 years, no, giving charity all the while and passed away. He was reborn in the celestial place of the Tawadesa, bearing the same name Ankura. Although Ankura had given much for such a long time meaning how many years? 10,000 years. No? He did not get much in return, and this is because his recipient were destitute of the virtue, no? Extremely poor of virtue, no? Existing during the dark period of void of the sasana, just like farmer who had sowed his seed on barren ground. No? Okay, another deva is Indaka deva. Who was of the Indaka deva? It was during the time of our Buddha Gautama and when Ankura deva was enjoying in Tawadesa. A young man by the name of Indaka offered out of faith and devotion a little food or the right to the venerable Anuruddha. No? Little food or right meaning is a big spoon or rice to the venerable Anuruddha. No? One big spoon only. Not the whole pot. Today now we are now Anumodanā Dhammata for TDBA and plants dana. So they offer a lot of rice. No? Not one spoon, right? A lot of rice there. Many monasteries in Myanmar. No. So after his demise, he was reborn as a powerful deva in the Tawadesa, endowed with the 10 privilege of the celestial being in return for his meritorious deeds. No? So he was reborn as a powerful deva in Tawadesa, no? And also endowed with the 10 privilege of the celestial beings. No? Because it was done during the sasana of the Buddha Gautama, like the farmer who had sown his seed in the fertile field. He was known by the same name Indaka. The 10 privileges of the celestial being are: number 1, celestial object of sight; number 2, of hearing; number 3, of adore; number 4, of taste; number 5, of touch; number 6, longevity; number 7, abundance or attendant or companions; number 8, good appearance; number 9, wealth or prosperity; number 10, supremacy or authority. No? Ankura deva had to make room for more powerful devas and them attending the Vietnamese preaching. But no, so Ankura devas prospered right up to 12 yojana from the Buddha. At the time, Indaka deva could retain his seat without having to make room for any other celestial beings. So Ankura deva always had to make room for more powerful deva and Brahma, but Indaka deva could retain his seat. No? This is different. No? Ankura deva firstly arrived to the Tawadesa. At that time, Gautama Buddha also appeared in the world. No? At that time, Indaka deva to be offered the once little food, spoon or rice to the venerable Anuruddha. Because this merit, Indaka deva also reached to the Tawadesa. No? And during the Buddha giving Abhidhamma thought at the time, they asked, the two deva are reached to the in front of the Buddha. But Angura Deva have to make room for more powerful Deva. Powerful Deva coming, he had to give the rule, and he backward until the prospect right up to the 12 yojana from the Buddha, very far. No? But Indaka Deva, he do the dana in the sasana, so because his merit is more powerful, so he could retain his seat without having to make room for any other celestial beings. No? So because in the doing dana in the sasana is very, very powerful. All of you are now have the chance to make the dana in the sasana now. No? So TDB and friend also already done rice offering in the sasana now. No? When the Buddha saw the difference of the status of the Angura Deva and that of Indaka Deva, he thought it would be a good thing to bring out the difference in benefit of merit done during Buddha Sasana and the dark period of no Buddha Sasana. Therefore, the Buddha asked Angura, how is it that you had to stay 12 yojana away from me, although you had made offering of food produced from a line of poles on tripod laid across a stretch of the land 12 yojana in extent for 10,000 years? Mahadana Daya Dena Angura Dega Mandare Atidure Niseno Si Age Chamama Sandige. Oh Angura, late devotee. So Deva also Buddha called late devotee, no? Because he are no bhikkhu. No? Buddha called the Angura late devotee. Why do you have to move back and make room for powerful Deva and Brahma on their arrival at this great Vietnamese preaching? Although you have to, you are credit merit for offering food produced from a line of posts laid across stretch of land 12 yojana in extent for 10,000 years. Now you are 12 yojana far away from me. Come now and stay in my presence. Buddha calling to the Angura. Buddha's uttering of this interrogative stanza reached the heart and heard by the human being. This is also wonderful. No? Buddha's uttering in the Taoisa, this stanza. But all human beings in our world also hearing. No? At that time, Angura Deva replying to the Buddha question. Jodito bhavita dena Angura etadra pyavi Kemesha dena danena dakhinena sunyatan Ayan soiragoya kodajadana vridagan Atirojati amehi Jando taragani yatan. Having been questioned by the Buddha, who had practiced 2 types of meditation. So Buddha already practiced 2 types of meditation. No? So questioned by the Buddha. No? So Angura Deva respectfully made a reply as follows. Most exalted Buddha, there is a kind of deed or merit done assiduously during the dark period while of the Buddha Sasana, when there was no single virtuous person deserving of offering of alms. How come my meritorious deed had me stand in good stead? This meaning is during his dana time, no one is a virtuous person. Although Indaka Deva, who is in your presence, had offered just a ladleful of rice to the Venerable Anumodanā with faith and devotion, he has received a reward that surpasses mine, like a silvery moon that outshines multitude of stars. He has received a reward that surpasses mine, like a silvery moon. The moon, the moon color is silver color, so we call the silvery moon that outshine the multitude of stars. And for the same reason, he has the good fortune to enjoy the 10 privileges of Deva which are superior to those like us. So Indaka Deva is more superior to other Deva in the 10 privileges. Whereupon the Buddha asked Indaka Deva, Indaka, you have been sitting on my right side without making any move. Why you don't have to make room for powerful Devas when they arrive? Why you don't have to make room? You continue stay. At the time, this is Indaka reply. Most is the Buddha. My case may be like then to that of the farmer who has sown a small amount of seed in the fertile plot, and by the same analogy, I had good fortune to have a recipient for the offering. And he went ahead to utter 4 stanza in place of quality and qualification, attribute of the recipient of gifts. So he recited the 4 stanza. Ojingale yata khete bijan bombi robidan napala vipulan hoti nabido seti kasagan tatevadana bauka dosile su padetidan napala vipulan hoti nabido seti dayagan. Although the great amount of seed is sown in the plot on the headlock, which is rocky, salty, costed, barren, and broken, the yield will be negligible and disappointing to the farmer. By the same analogy, great amount of offering made to the recipient who is destitute of virtue, extremely poor of virtue, during the dark period, which is right of the Buddha Sasana. The benefit across therefore will be negligible and disquieting to the donor. Yathapi badake khete bija bambi robidan samadara pavochante phalanto seti kasagan tateva sila onte suguna onte sudarisu abagami katangara punya hotima phalan. Is the Buddha? Just as the yield of the products please a farmer who worked hard in sowing seed in the fertile field that received a regular shower of the rain, so also reward accrue from the meritorious deed of the offering given to the area Buddhas. Accurate from the meritorious deeds of offering given to the area Buddhas who are virtuous and self-composed. So this offering will turn out to be great and prosperous, as in the case of the yield of the seed grow in the fertile field. Thus, Indaka had drawn a distinction between deeds of merit done in favor of 2 different kinds of recipients at 2 different periods by way of the 4th stanza. Whereupon the Buddha said, Ankura, it is only right and proper that one makes a choice of both the gift and the recipient. A fitting reward could only be materialized by the choice of type of gift and the type of the recipient, just as good seeds are sown in the fertile soil. Of course, you cannot make offering in the manner just described, since you happen to be born in wrong period when there was no Buddha Sasana, opposed to the right period when there is Sasana. So wherefore, your meritorious deeds were not as faithful as those of Indaka. The following 4 stanzas were uttered by the Buddha for the sake of the clarification. Now Buddhas utter the 4 stanza. Now. Vijayadana dadava yata dena mabala Vijayadana dadvana sagan gachandi dayaga Vijayadana sugata vasata yedakineya ida jiva loke Edesu Dena ni mabala ni bija ni ota ni yata sukhete. O Ankura Deva, offering to the Sila person, plain about much benefits. Choice of recipients shall be made before offerings. Offering or gift to the selected person with faith and generosity always lead the donor to the world of Devas. Choice of both gift and recipient has been highly placed by the Buddhas. There are Sila persons in the world. Gifts dedicated to such person will always bring about wealth and happiness to the donor before his attainment to the final goal of Nibbana, as in the case of sowing the seed in coffee. The Buddha went on to preach 4 more stanzas that lead to the Nibbana through the avenue of Path and Fruition stages. Tina dosa niketa niraga dosa ayamveja tasamahi vitarage sudena hodima phalan. Just as there are land full of glass and weeds, so there are divine human who are destitute of virtue, extremely poor of virtue, and full of passion raga. Therefore, offering of gifts should be made to the Ariya Pugala who are void of passion raga, so that one may enjoy worldly life in the play of Deva and human before attainment to the final goal of Nibbana. No? So here Buddhas encourage to offer to Ariya Pugala who are void of passion raga. But nowadays who are practicing to be void of passion raga also many benefit nowadays. No? So many people are not practicing meditation to be void of passion raga. No? So even though they are not yet reached to the Ariya state, noble state, no, they are like the Ariya Pugala. No? Some are already attained the Mega Brahma, they are Ariya, the noble person. No? Nowadays also possible such kind of person. No? So this stanza is a Tina dosa niketa ni dosa dosa ayambeja tasamai vita dose sudena hodima phalan. Just as there are herbal lands full of glass and weeds, so there are devas and humans who are destitute of virtue and full of anger. Therefore, one should see to it that gifts are offered to Ariya Pugala, so that one may enjoy the worldly life of Deva and human before attainment to the final goal of Nibbana. So this is the Buddha encouraged, no, to offer Ariya Pugala, the one who are no dosa, no, totally cut by mega. But the one who practice diligently, he also no dosa at the time. So offering that person also a lot of benefit. This stanza is a Tina dosa niketa ni moha dosa ayambeja tasamahi vita mohesu dena hodima phalan. Just as the riverlands are naturally full of grass and shrubs, so Deva and human are full of delusion. most people, most Deva and human. So gifts should be offered only to the Ariya Pugala who are devoid of delusion, so that one may enjoy the worldly life in the play of Deva and humans before attainment to the final goal of Nibbana. So Ariya person is the best to offer. So last stanza is a Tina dosa niketa ni icha dosa ayambaja tasamai vikade che sudena hodima phalan. Just as riverlands are naturally full of grass and shrubs, so Deva and human are naturally imbued with the 5 kind of desire for pleasure of the 5 senses. A lot of Deva and Dhamma, they are enjoying the sensual pleasure, that's meaning. Therefore, gifts should be offered to the Ariya Pugala who are void of icha, desire. Such an act of merit always brings about pleasant life in the play of Deva and human, and even to the attainment of the final goal of Nibbana. So Buddha encouraged to offer the Ariya Pugala who are void of the icha. So Icha meaning is the one he has a lot of desire. He needs a calm. He needs a computer. One computer not enough. Two computer also he need like that. One iPad not enough. Two iPad also he need. No, such kind of Icha is very bad. No? So the Buddha encouraged to offer to Ariya Puggala who are void of Icha. No? So at the conclusion of the discourse, Ankura Deva and Indaka Deva attain the fruition state of Sotapatti. No? So both Deva, no? Ankura Deva also attain Sotapatti Phala, and Indaka Deva also attain the Sotapatti Phala. They both are, they become the Sotapanna. No? So this discourse becomes arise just before the Abhidhamma Desana in Taoism. So now also the during Vasa, so Buddha also giving Abhidhamma in Taoism throughout the 3 months in the Vasa time, like this time. So just before the giving preaching the Abhidhamma Dhammatos, at that time, Ankura Deva and Indaka Deva, they attain the Sotapatti Phala. So this discourse was also great benefit to all Deva Dhamma as well. So I also wish, we also wish that all donors, all TTB and friends are also attain Nibbana quickly by listening and practicing Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.